George Stevens is just like everyone else. Or is he?
Have not found a challenge I couldn't do yet.
Born without arms, George needs to do things differently.
It was kind of tough growing up, being disabled. I just had really low self-esteem. I really wasn't liking myself too much. You know, I didn't like to be embarrassed, or I didn't like to do anything that made me look silly. Anything that I did with my feet basically made me feel silly.
When his family moved from Miami to Indiana, things began to change.
When I came up here, I was treated as a regular student in school. Everyone has a disability. A lot of times you just don't see it. It's funny when people, you know, look at me at first and they say that I'm disabled, or they label me as being disabled and everything. And sometimes I just sit back and laugh, because I'm like, you know, there's nothing different between me and you. I can do the same thing you can do. I might do it differently. In some cases, I might do it better, but, you know, in most cases, I'm just like, you know, I just do it differently. I'm always on the computer.
After graduating from Manual High School, George went on to study computer information systems at the University of Indianapolis.
I started thinking in my head that I wanted to be independent. I wanted total independence, no one to help me to the restrooms, no one to help me cook, clean, that kind of thing. I wanted to be able to do complete independence is what I was thinking when I got ready to graduate. And in order to do that, you know, the self-esteem had to come up, because, you know, in order for me to do what I can do, I have to look past what people may think or what they see. If they see me doing something, it may look funny and weird to you, but it's the only way I know how to do it.
The past year has been a good one. George got his degree from U of I, was hired by the Indianapolis Resource Center for Independent Living to counsel and train sight-impaired senior citizens. And he's getting around town in a recently customized car.
It's freedom. I mean, there's no word to describe it. When I first started driving, it was just like, wow, you know, I'm finally able to go where I want, when I want, not having to ask anybody to take me anywhere. On the floor is a wheel with basically a shoe attached to it that I stick my left foot in, and I use it to turn the wheel left and right.
It's not at all surprising that this young man without arms is so capably reaching out to help others.
We're in the area of our future independent living training center. This place is going to be made up to basically look like an apartment, and we are hoping that we can get maybe some donations. Our goal is to get some of our consumers in here to kind of teach them how to go about their daily lives in an apartment or in a home. All I knew when I was graduating was I wanted to do something where I was helping people. I wanted to continue working with people. You know, because I work with people who are 55 and older, a lot of them that I ran into, they feel like life is over just because they're becoming blind. They weren't born blind, they were just becoming blind. And it was like they felt as though the world was ending. That was it. And then they see a guy like me who doesn't have any arms and still able to keep going. You know, I have no arms, and I've been like this since birth. You know, it brings their spirit up a little bit is what I've seen.
At age 24, George has achieved his independence.
You just got to keep your head up. You know, nothing's impossible. Don't care about what someone is saying about you, or whether they look at you funny or anything like that. You know, just don't care. You do what you have to do in order to get something done, or if it makes you happy, you know, get it done. So, you know, my advice to those who are disabled, who are just like, you know, have a self-esteem issue, or was like me and, you know, doesn't like to, you know, feel embarrassed or anything like that, just don't worry about it. Live your life, you know, be yourself, do your thing.